Good morning. It's Vijay here. Today is Thursday, 7th of November 2024. Welcome to yet another episode of Pre-Market Commentary. So today this we will discuss what we expect Trump victory to do for India and as well as for the globe. So yesterday was a very exciting day. In fact, was a day which people will remember for a long time because it was Trump who trumped out Kamala, and that was an amazing victory. Think about it. We think of retiring at 30s, 40s, and here is a 78-year-old gentleman staged a remarkable comeback to be written in the annals of history as one of those really, really great comebacks. Winston Churchill did it in 1940s, and then you have Trump now. And this is a comeback because he lost the election last time. He blamed it on the other government Democrats. But anyway, at the end of the day, he has come. What is important for us is will Trump be good for India or bad for India? Now, there are a lot of experts who are talking. Some people say it's good for India. Some people say it's not good for India. Here is my take on that. Please note, I'm not a SEBI registered advisor. These are all my thoughts when I talk about stocks or when I talk about anything. It is only my thinking. If you like this thinking, please like, share, and subscribe. So let's come back to, is Trump good for India? My take. See, Trump at the core is a businessman. So he will not do anything which will hurt America's interest first. So if there is any trade between India and America which is benefiting America today, I think he will let it go. For instance, pharma. Pharma, generic pharma, there are some big companies like Oro Pharma, for instance, is having, or Biocon. There are many such companies who have a good business establishment with US. It's unlikely that he will, in fact, touch any of them or harm any of them in any manner which will be detrimental to the American citizen. So, number one, what you need to think is what is good for America is good for Trump, or what is good for Trump is good for America. So, that is pharma. Then you take IT. People are talking about, he is against immigration, so there will be curbs on visas. What he is talking about is illegal immigrants. So, all the IT sector people who go there are legal guys. They go on H1B1 visas. So there is, you cannot expect, you should not expect anything bad to come from Trump on that. It's only illegal guys who, some Gujaratis and the Punjabis who go by the boatloads and try to sneak in. I think there will be some issues there. So what else is, okay, so this is not bad for India. I mean, these things. What is good going to be actually positive? Positive will be he is saying that he will put tariffs on China as much as 60%. And therefore, China plus one policy would mean India will be the number one beneficiary. So, in short, Trump will do what is good for America, and a lot of things which Indians do, which is good for America in terms of industry, in terms of policies. So, we should expect something good when Trump comes, as soon as Trump is inaugurated on January 20th of 2025. And more important is, or equally important is, that he's got a fantastic relationship with our prime minister. So that should also augur well. Of course, policies are not dictated only by personal relationships, but Trump is a person who dictates policies based on personal relationships. So you can expect with the Prime Minister, Mr. Modi, having a very good relationship. You should expect something good for Indian economy, Indian interests, US-India partnership. I think the new quad will be US, India, Russia, and China. I think Russia needs US, China needs US. It's a symbiotic relationship. So both US needs China, US needs Russia, US needs India. So these top four countries, I think, will go into one huddle, and that will dictate the next 4 years of Trump. This is my understanding. I'm very clear that, at the core of what Trump's philosophy is, that he wants something good for America and America only. And I think he will strike deals across the board. So you can expect, reduction of wars, or rather, no new wars being started. He's the only US president I can't remember when was the last US president who did not start a war. At least in the last 100 years, every US president has started some war, which is to credit of Trump. Whatever, however distasteful you may not like him because of his behavior. But at the end of the day, it is peace for the world. So peace has broken out as soon as Trump has come. Let us see what the Morgan Stanley talks about. Morgan Stanley talks about, apart from China, economies as Korea, Taiwan, Malaysia, and Thailand would be more exposed to Trump's tariff barriers. So where they talk of India and Japan and the Philippines are the least exposed. So I think even the foreign brokerages have come to realize that Trump will be soft on India, or at least we won't get affected. In fact, we may get positively affected. I believe strongly that we'll get positively affected, which no analyst is talking about. They're only talking about will we get less negatively affected. So that is as far as Trump is concerned. So let's quickly go back to what are the cues this morning. Yesterday, globally, markets took off. Of course, Europe fell in the afternoon. We had the single largest session gain over 1 month, Nifty hitting 24,500 mark. But defense stocks went up, PSUs went up. So Adani and BEL was the leader there. Mid cap and Nifty small cap hit a 2-week high. And then Nifty small cap went above 100 DMA. All components of Nifty IT index was in the green. IT index was very strong because I think the market knows that it is good for Indian IT. And of course, pharma also took off. Again, as I said, IT and pharma will do very well in Trump's reign. And metal went up because China is coming up with their stimulus package now. So that is why it went up. Also, Tata Steel results came, which were better than expectations. So I think Tata Steel has got some more distance to go. But I don't know today what will happen, because the results are not, they're lower than last year in terms of profitability and other parameters. But expectations, based on expectations, it may go up. We do not hold Tata Steel. We hold pharma stocks. We don't hold IT stocks. We hold bank stocks. So Nifty Realty advanced for a second session. Energy also did well. Banks hit a 2-week high on weekly option expiry. PNB and Bank of Baroda were leading. Both of these are in our Pongal portfolio. PNB is the number one portfolio in our Pongal portfolio. FMCG, snapped a 2-session losing streak. Then that was not something great. But the big news was US markets simply took off like Elon Musk's rocket. And hopefully they'll come back safely to the ground like Elon Musk's rocket did. The 1,500 points on Dow, which is, I don't know when it has happened that much. All-time highs on S&P, NASDAQ, 3%, S&P 2.5%, the small cap index 4.5%. So the precious metals lost quite a bit. Gold was down, silver was down. There are a lot of people worried about it as to, oh my God, is this the end of the bull run in both silver and gold? So to look at it in perspective, because I got a lot of calls because I'm very bullish on silver and also bullish on gold. So I had to tell them, look at the perspective. Last 1 year, 52 weeks, silver and gold have both gone up 33%. Nifty has gone up 24%. So as far as I know, my mathematics, 33 is greater than 24. So Nifty is lagging both precious metals. And if you look at where the prices are yesterday, they were in October first week, the same prices were there. So we have just gone to October levels. In fact, October, the prices were much lower. But if you look at it 1 month comparison, we are just at the October 8th or 10th levels. So I don't think one should worry. In a bull market, you'll get sharp corrections. That indicates it's a bull market. So I continue to be bullish. We continue to hold 30% of our funds in the precious metals portfolio. Treasury yields jumped up, but then today we have the US Fed meeting, and I'm sure Powell will talk very dovish. Of course, the Fed cannot control the longer dated treasuries like 10 and 30. They control at the 2-year and below. So I think yields will soften. I think we would have probably seen the peak yields for the year, for the calendar year 24. This is my assessment. Then FIs and DIs, relentless selling again. DIs more than matched them, 4,500 on the FIs, 4,900 on the DIs purchasing, whereas 4,500 FIs selling. This is just a statistic as far as I'm concerned, because FIs have been selling 8 on 10 years. So it makes no real difference. Markets have gone up in the last 10 years. and without the help of FIS. I'm not supporting Madam Nirmala Sitharaman, when she says India depends only on DIIs and Indian retail investors. Sure, it does. But FIs are an important component. We can't neglect them completely, but we should not be shocked if they continue to sell because for whatever reasons. Please note there are 16,000 FIs registered. And out of 16,000 FIs, it could be 100 FIs who are selling on a particular day. There will be about 50 FIs also buying on that particular day. So it is not that, all the FIs are run away from India. So what do we watch today? Yesterday was a good expiry for the banks. Today is the Nifty weekly expiry. Normally what I've noticed is when the Nifty weekly expiry is there, the bank Nifty goes up. When the bank Nifty weekly expiry is there, the Nifty goes up. So that's what happened yesterday. Whether it will repeat today in terms of bank Nifty going up, we'll have to see. But the bank Nifty closing has been very interesting. And I won't be surprised if bank Nifty beats Nifty as far as the Nifty weekly expiry is concerned. Fed rate decision I talked about. Today, Bank of England is also having its rate decision. I suspect they will reduce interest rates. As I said, ECB is reducing, Bank of England reducing, Fed reducing, Japan saying they'll not increase, China reducing. It's only RBI governor who has to decide whether they want to reduce or not reduce. Yesterday's interview in the Business Standard conference, he talks about not reducing anything in December, and we are looking at only next year. Does not matter so long as fiscal easing is there. Fiscal easing is more important than monetary easing. So hopefully fiscal easing will happen where Government of India can spend any amount of money, not any amount, 11 lakh crores is what they have budgeted for. They've hardly done 30% in the first 7 months. So 70% is still remaining. So if they start doing fiscal easing in terms of, spending money on infrastructure, then we can actually see new highs, which nobody is expecting. But that is for later. What we have to concentrate is what is today. And today looks exciting. But of course, there will be a lot of volatility because the bears are still very active. They're not letting go. Japan is not doing well. Hong Kong is not doing well. So yesterday already, US has gone up so much. So maybe we should expect some cool off. So we should see the GIFT Nifty talks of 140 points down. We don't know. Maybe it will be 140, maybe it will be 200. But I think stock-specific market it is, and we should concentrate on that. So that's what it is. Today is also MSCI Index rejig, the announcement which has already come. There'll be 5 additions. Small cap index will see 13 additions. Voltas, BSE, Alcom, Oberoi Realty, Kalyan Jewellers have been added to the MSCI Standard Index. HDFC Bank will see a second tranche of weight increase. Note that all these changes will happen on November 25th. So that's what the MSCI. Then this would probably be the stock of the day. Blue Star has reported excellent results, which may have some impact on Voltas also because they are in the same field. Profit after tax at 36% is huge. Revenue is about 20%. EBITDA is 21%. Margins, everything about this is good. So I think we should see something good coming about in the air conditioner and capital goods sector led by Blue Star. Whatever you're doing today, I hope it is successful and do what is what shall I say? What you feel you should do. We are buying on decline, and thank you for joining. Have a good trading day.